the host has spotlighted me. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, everyone. So our theme for the month is outside interests, and our topic this week is goal setting and hobbies. So our theme and topic are the same each week for our breathing meditation and for our support group. So the way it works is I kind of introduce this topic. We'll do some affirmation intentions around it, do some breathing exercises, a little bit of chair yoga. Today we're even going to go a step further with the chair yoga, do some standing poses where we use our chair for balance. And then finally, we'll conclude breathing meditation with the meditation. So what I like to do before we dive in a little bit more into our topic is if you all could have something that smells nice to you. Lotion, essential oil, could be fruit, soap, anything. You know, if you need a minute to go grab something, go ahead and do that. But I like to start with that. So applying something that smells nice or just giving it a few nice sniffs. So for me, this kind of draws a line between what came before we arrived here in group and now. Also helps us, the scent helps us with our deep breathing and feeling into our bodies. So take a few deep breaths of whatever scent you chose. So if it feels good to you, you can close your eyes now, or I would suggest bringing your gaze to something that isn't moving. So maybe a spot on the wall or something in the room. But go ahead and find something to gaze at. And then again, if you'd like to close your eyes, you can, or if you're more comfortable keeping your eyes open and just finding a point to gaze at. So taking time to cultivate our interests nourishes our spirit and is often a doorway to a community of others with similar interests. Sometimes we don't even know what we might enjoy doing. For a clue about what interests and activities you might enjoy, remember a time when you were so engrossed in an activity that you lost track of time. So you can take a moment to think about that, when you're so engrossed in activity that you lost track of time. So what nourishes your heart? Create time for the things that make you feel happy to be alive. You are all worth it. So moving on to our affirmation and intention. So these are just short to the point statements around our theme. I really encourage you, if anything resonates with you, go ahead and write it down, put it on your mirror, put it on your door, somewhere you'll see it over and over. And most of the things that I'm doing here in breathing meditation, you can find in the attachment to our weekly email under breathing meditation attachment. So our first affirmation: I set aside time to do something that brings me joy. My heart guides me to that which lights me up. I find relaxation through exploring my interests and hobbies. Before we move into our breathing exercise, I'd like us to do a bit more centering. So everybody, please let both of your feet rest on the floor. Allow yourself to sink in a little deeper into your chair. Take a few deep breaths. Breathing in, filling up your body. Breathing out and just creating a little more space in the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften around your eyes. Soften around your jaw. And just breathe. So we all made a conscious choice to be here this evening. So allow yourself to really be here. So bringing your attention into the present, letting any concerns, worries, things that happened before you got here, things that might happen after, set that all aside and give yourself the gift of your true presence. A few more deep breaths. Breathing all the way into the belly and the chest. Imagine your lungs like balloons expanding in all directions and then contracting back down on the exhale. And our first breathing exercise is a more imaginative breath. So it's called the flower breath. So all you're going to do is imagine like your favorite smelling flower. Imagine that was right underneath your nose. And we're going to just take 10 deep breaths of this scent. And I'll count down the breaths. But again, each time you breathe in, imagining the aroma of that favorite flower. So everybody breathe in, 10. And breathe out, 10. Breathe in, 9. And breathe out, 9. Breathe in, 8. Breathe out, 8. Still smelling that scent. Breathe in, 7. Breathe out, 7. Breathe in, 6. Breathe out, 6. Breathe in, 5. Breathe out, 5. Breathe in, 4. Breathe out, 4. Breathe in, 3. Breathe out, 3. Breathe in, 2. Breathe out, 2. Breathe in, 1. Breathe out, 1. You can let go of counting, but just hold on to that favorite floral aroma for a few more breaths. And just notice how you feel. Okay. So our next breathing exercise is called the bumblebee breath. And this is definitely one a little bit easier to demonstrate in person, but I will do my best to explain it virtually. So it kind of mirrors the sound, of a bumblebee, that bzzz type breath. And what we're going to do is, and I'll kind of demo first, talk you through, then we'll do it together. We're going to close our ears. So we're going to put like our thumbs in our ears. I like to cover the eyes as well because it's a little silly feeling. So I'll do that when we do it together. And then we just we breathe in, and then as we breathe out, you make the sound hum. But with your fingers in your ears, that hum sound is much louder, a lot more vibrations created. So I'm even going to take off my glasses for this. And let's maybe kind of try to get a hang of it, and then we'll do some rounds together. So thumbs in the ears, inhale, normal inhale, and then out, exhale, hum. Okay. All right, everyone. Does that make sense? Everyone get it? Okay. So because we're going to have our thumbs in our ears, it's going to be a little, we're not actually going to be able to kind of do it together. With me counting, we will be doing it together though. So maybe we'll do more of like a time frame. So let's say about 3 minutes of doing this. So again, I'm going to put my thumbs in my ears. I'm going to cover my eyes. And then for about 3 minutes, so I'm not sure how many breaths, many breaths. We're going to breathe in normally and exhale, hum, thumbs in the ears. Okay, let's go. All right, everybody. Okay. So I see people finishing up. Okay, good. So an interesting one, but you can see how, especially if you're in a very stressful environment, you just need a couple minutes to yourself. It's a way to kind of tune out the world, close the ears, and focus on your breath and then the vibrations of the breath. So I do find it helpful to kind of, reframe when I'm in a stressful situation. So thank you all for giving that a try. So the bee breath. So we're going to move on to some yoga poses. We'll start completely seated in our chair. And then again, we'll move on, use the chair to hold on to do a few poses that are inspired by different hobbies. So as always, please don't feel like you need to do everything. No one feel like you need to be an expert. We're just kind of exploring these poses, giving things a try with the recognition that not everything is for everybody. So please just do what you can, modify. If you want to just, if this is new to you and you want to just kind of sit and watch and learn the first few times, absolutely fine, no problem at all. So I'm going to scoot back a little. Okay, so actually, sorry everyone, trying to get this so you can see me, the most of me. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let's get comfy in our chairs. I like to start with our necks. So everyone bring your chin to your chest and then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Let's pause here, let the head get nice and heavy. And then chin to the sky, tilt the head up. Left ear to left shoulder. Pause here, nice and heavy. And then chin to your chest. Now we'll flow one time just more smoothly around, going clockwise. So just moving your head nice and slow. Feeling the sensations in your neck, breathing as you go, everyone. Let's pause with our chin to our chest. Place your hands on the back of your skull and extend the back of your neck. Good. Release. Let's look up. All right. Other side, everyone. Chin to the chest, or I should say other direction. Left ear to left shoulder. Pause. Chin to the sky. Right ear, right shoulder. Pause. Chin to the chest. Hands to the back of the skull again. Gentle pressure. Extend the back of the neck. And then release your hands to your lap. Look up. And let's do kind of opposite, a little back bend. So lift your chest, look up, lift your chin, wide shoulders. And then release back to center. Good. Let's get into the shoulders now. So elbows bent. We're going to do shoulder circles. So you're moving your arms around nice and big. Keep it slow though, no rush. Just loosening into the shoulders. Very good, everyone. And other direction. All right, circling around. Good. And release. Let's do the same thing with the wrists. Bring your hands forward. Just circle the wrists. Moving your hands, maybe spreading the fingers as you go. Switch directions, everyone. Good. Breathe and release. Okay, let's do a nice twist. We're going to cross our right leg over the left. So cross your right knee over the left, and we're going to twist to the right. So you'll bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg, your right hand behind you, and you're going to twist to your right, everyone. Breathe here. Keep a long spine as you twist, and then feel that twist from your tailbone all the way in your chair to the top of your head. Back to center. Good. Uncross your leg. Let's do the other side. Left leg crosses over right. Right hand to the outside of that leg, and we're going to twist left this time. So keep your seat nice and steady. Only twisting the spine, not the legs. Back to center, and then uncross your leg. We'll do our seated pigeon, one of my favorites. So right ankle crosses over left leg. So it's like you're sitting a wide cross leg in a chair. Your right ankle is on the left knee, and the right knee is just kind of hovering in the air here. So breathe. You should be feeling this ideally in the right hip. If you need kind of to feel more sensation to feel the pose, you can press down onto the right knee. See how that feels? Or you can lift the left knee a little bit by lifting the heel of the left foot. That kind of lifts both legs up, gets us into the hip a bit more. So just find the expression of the pose where it's like your body just kind of lights up, where it feels right for you. And release. Let's do the other side. So this time our left ankle is crossing over our right leg. And you may notice I am barefoot, but you can certainly do this in socks, shoes, whatever you're more comfortable in. Breathe here. If you need more sensation, you can press down on that left knee, or you can lift the right heel to lift the legs. Breathe. Okay, and release. do a little bit of cat-cow. So you'll move up a little bit from the back of your chair. You'll rest your hands on your knees. We're basically, so I'll show you first, then we'll do it together. We're going to go between lifting the chest, looking up, and rounding the spine. And let me even give you all the side view here as well. So really, moving from kind of a convex, is it, to concave back. So let's do this together now. On an inhale, lift your chest, look up, pull your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, round your spine, look down. Breathe in, look up, lift your chest. Breathe out, round the spine, look down. Keep going. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, round. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, round. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out, round. Okay. One more seated pose here before we give a stab at some standing poses. So this pose, it's a variation of eagle pose, and the fancy Sanskrit word for that is Garudasana, like guard. So eagle pose. You'll cross your right leg over the left. So here we are at cross-legged again. Now we're going to add the arms. I'm going to show everyone the modification first, and then we'll see if we can do the full thing with the arms. So modification is arms forward, bend at the elbows, press the forearms together. This is accessible to most people. Okay. Full arms, give this a try. Hands come forward. We're going to get kind of pretzel-y here. Right arm goes under the left. Okay. Then we'll bend at the elbows, see if we can bring, oh, I'm tight today. If we can bring front of the hand to front of the hand. This pose, as far as if we can get this full pose or not, often has to do with what clothing we're wearing. So I'm wearing kind of a thicker shirt, makes it a little harder. So just do what you can. So you'll lift your elbows, keep the top of your head reaching up, nice tall spine. Breathe. And release. Whew. Open wide. Okay. Other side. Left leg crosses over right. Here we are again, cross-legged pose. You can always choose your modification, forearms together, or bring your arms forward. This time, left arm goes over the right. Ooh, bend at those elbows. Ooh, and see if you can go palm to palm. Oh boy, okay. Shoulders heavy, top of the head reaching up. Breathe, no matter where you are, breathe. And release. So Polly, our East Side group facilitator, put these poses together to correspond to different hobbies. And so for eagle pose, she says birding or Native American spirituality or U.S. history. Just kind of get us thinking about some hobbies. All right, so next, some standing poses. All right, so we're gonna do dancer pose. So you'll have your chair nearby. You can use your chair to hold on to. And we're going to start by lifting our right foot. So holding on the chair with your left hand, bend the right foot, bring that right heel in towards you. This may be your pose, just that right foot behind you. Maybe you can hold on. And then maybe you can tilt forward a bit. Okay, like so. It's hard to get all of me in the picture here, but dancer pose. All right, let's release. Okay, and try the other side. So this time holding onto the chair with your right hand. Bend your left knee, take a hold of the foot, maybe you look a little bit more like this, just with the foot behind you. Stay here or start to tilt forward, dancer pose, pressing the left foot back. Again, please be just willing to meet your body where you are today. And just do what you can. All right, release. Okay, so dancer pose, obviously goes along with the hobby of dancing, which many people find fun. Next, we're going to do tree pose, symbolizing time in nature or gardening. Yes, good one. Time in nature or gardening. So this time we'll turn sideways towards the chair. So facing 90 degrees away from the chair. Hold on to the chair with your left hand. If you don't have a chair nearby to do this, you can use a wall, putting your hand to the wall. Okay. So many variations of tree pose, just like many variations of trees out in nature. Our kind of step one would be to bend the right knee and open it out to the side, keeping your right toes on the floor. This is a full variation of tree pose. For those that want to try to go a little bit further, you can lift that right foot, place it on your right shin, or even further yet, right foot into the left thigh. Tree pose. Let's stay here for a few breaths now that we've made it. Just breathe. It's such a beautiful time of year for trees, especially up here in northern Ohio. Things are really starting to change, leaves starting to fall. Very, very beautiful. All right, if anyone's here and wants to go even further, maybe you reach your arms up, let it go of that chair, but just do so carefully. Okay, and release, shake it out. We'll come to the other side. So, right hand on your chair or even on your wall if you'd like. Phase one, opening that left knee to the side. I'm placing my left ankle right above my left heel right above my right ankle, the ball of my right foot on the floor. So it feels, very safe and sturdy here. If anyone wants to go a little further, bottom of that left foot to the shin or to the thigh. The only place you want to avoid is putting the bottom of that left foot on the knee. You don't want to do any sideways pressure on the knee. So a few breaths here. Again, maybe visualizing a particular tree that resonates with you. Trees are steady, trees are grounded. I think being in nature and gardening are, very soothing hobbies. Okay, if anyone wants a little more challenge, maybe you reach your arms up. Remembering to meet yourself where you are today. Okay, and release. Good. Shake it out. Let's see what else we have planned here. Okay. So alternate knee to chest, which is reminiscent of biking or walking. So we'll hold on to bring our hands to our hips, and we're just going to kind of go side to side. So lift left knee, release, right knee, release. Just keep going side to side. If lifting that knee up high isn't so good in your body, lift it up low. So we're basically marching in place. The higher you get that knee, the more you get into your core. Maybe we go faster. Heart starts beating. More times. I'm a big fan of walking as a hobby. I find it very relaxing. Enjoy looking around at all the scenery and getting my body moving. Never been quite a runner, but maybe some of you enjoy running. Okay. Whew. And let's go ahead and slow that down. Great. So let's come back to seated. I'm going to scoot up again. Okay. Check our time. Oh, okay. So we're going to move on now to meditation. So first step, excuse me, is finding a comfortable place to rest. So I suggest if you can lay down, if that feels okay to you, but you can certainly stay in a nice comfortable chair. It's a good idea to have comforting things around you, maybe a blanket, pillow, maybe a cute little dog, but yeah, something that brings you comfort. You can dim the lights a bit if you'd like. You can put on soothing music. So I like to give everyone a minute or so to get set up. So those of you laying down, maybe you put a pillow behind your head or behind your knees. Eye pillow. I mean, there's so many options to create comfort. If any of you know the yoga pose legs up the wall, Viparita Karani, you can bring your tush up to the wall, lift your feet. So it looks like everyone's settling into their meditation pose. So once you get there, let yourself relax. So often it feels a little more soothing, I think, to let your arms and legs come, kind of a little wider. So we're not holding on to anything. We're just letting the body kind of sink in. Once again, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can do that now. Or maybe you just let your eyelids get heavy and find a point to gaze at. Take a few deep breaths. Allow your body to sink in. Breathe your whole body. Now soften around your eyes. So allow the space between your eyebrows to widen a bit. Soften around the eyes. There's so many tiny muscles holding our eyes in particular positions. Let that all kind of soften, almost like your eyes are floating in two pools of water. Notice if you're pressing the top of your tongue against the roof of your mouth, and let the tongue just kind of sink down and widen a bit. There's a slight parting between your teeth. Allow your head to get heavy, the brain to get heavy. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Your arms and legs just soften, almost like you're just floating in a pool of water. Just scan your body and notice if you're holding any tension anywhere. Sometimes we can hold that tension in surprising spots, but as we pay attention to our body, as we relax, those areas of tension and dis-ease become apparent to us. So Walter Annenberg says, the greatest happiness comes from being vitally interested in something that excites all your energies. Bill Malone says, hobbies are a great distraction from the worries and cares that plague our daily lives. And finally, Dale Carnegie, make the most of today. Get interested in something. Shake yourself awake. Develop a hobby. Let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through you. And with that, just allow yourself to relax. 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 Now place your left hand on your heart, on your chest, and then right hand on top of the left. And bring your attention to your heart. Maybe you can feel it beat. Maybe you feel the warmth. And just breathe your breath into your heart. Imagine the breath flowing into the heart, clearing out any debris, any confusion. And breathing out, releasing any stress, worry. Breathe in. Breathe out. So getting connected with our heart not only helps us to kind of figure out what hobbies we might enjoy, what directions we might go, but being connected to our hearts just kind of lights up everything that we're already involved with. Being connected with our heart can bring joy on that walk, as opposed to focusing on the difficulty or discomfort. So keep your attention focused there on your heart. If it's more comfortable, you can release your hands now, but just continue and focus on your heart. And let's just rest in silence for about 2 minutes, keeping your attention focused on that heart area. When your mind wanders, just gently guiding it back. When the mind wanders, bring it back to your heart. And with the ringing of the bell, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let your head move slowly side to side. And then let's all, even if you're seated or reclining, let's reach our arms up over our heads to stretch. Take a breath in, reach as long as you can. And a breath out, relax. One more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, relax. Now for those that are reclining, very slowly make your way back up to seated. We'll all meet here in seated. We'll save a couple minutes if anyone has questions or comments.